Can you believe that Aspen home sales were up 80% this past month? This is David Buck with Christie's International Real Estate, and we're going to talk about the November 2025 housing stats here in the Roaring Fork Valley. And as we do every month, we're going to talk about everything from Aspen to Glenwood Springs, all the way down Valley, and we're going to cover them in alphabetical order with Aspen first and ending up on Woody Creek. So first off, let's talk about Aspen. As I mentioned, Aspen home sales were up 80%, going from 5 sales a year ago to 9 sales this past month. Meanwhile, the median home price was also up significantly, up 75.4%, going from 13.4 million to $23.5 million this past month. Meanwhile, as far as condos and townhomes go in Aspen, we also saw another huge gain on the pricing. However, sales were down 30%, going from 10 transactions in November of 24 to 7 this past month. That median sales price was $3,162,500 a year ago, and now it's up to $8,550,000. That's a whopping 170.4% increase year over year in the median condo price. Now, next up, we're going to talk about Basalt. Meanwhile, Basalt saw a 50% drop in home sales, going from 2 a year ago to 1 this past month. However, there was a 30.1% gain, going from $1,307,000 to $1.7 million this past month. Meanwhile, as far as the condos go, there's nothing to really compare to because a year ago, in November of 2024, there were no condo sales. However, on a positive note, there were 5 transactions this past month, and that was at a median sales price of $965,000. Next up, we're going to talk about Carbondale. Carbondale saw home sales drop 10%, going from 10 deals a year ago to 9 this past month. And they also saw a dip in the median home price, which was down 24.7%. A year ago, that median sales price was $2,125,000, and this past month it was at $1.6 million. Meanwhile, sales were down 75% on the condos, going from 4 transactions a year ago to 1 this past month. And they also took a hit in the median condo price, going from $1,301,750 to $710,000. Now we're going to head all the way down Valley and cover Glenwood Springs. In Glenwood Springs, home sales were down 33.3%, going from 9 transactions a year ago to 6 this past month. Meanwhile, we saw an increase in that median home price, going from $895,000 to $1,015,750. And regarding the condos in Glenwood Springs, the numbers of transactions were down 28.6%, going from 7 to 5 year over year. And then the median price dropped as well, which was down 9.7%, going from $620,000 to $560,000. Next up is going to be Missouri Heights. Missouri Heights saw home sales dip 66.7%, going from 3 transactions a year ago to 1 this past month. However, there was definitely an outlier in the sense that the median price a year ago was $3,050,000, and then it increased 214.8% year over year. And this past month, we saw a $9.6 million home sale take place. And as we talk about every month, there's not really any condo sales that take place in Missouri Heights. So that'll be a wrap on Missouri Heights. Now we're going to cover some more land in Old Snowmass. Old Snowmass followed a similar pattern in that home sales were down 66.7%, going from 3 sales to 1 sale this past month. However, there was a 6.6 increase in that median price, going from 6.3 million to $6,715,000. There were no condo sales that took place in Old Snowmass, and so let's jump over to Snowmass Village to get a feel of that market. Snowmass Village had a tough November, so let's dive into those stats to see what was actually happening. There in Snowmass Village, we did not see 1 home sale that took place, whereas we had 2 a year ago at a $15.6 million median price. And on the condo front, we saw condo sales drop dramatically, going from 36 sales a year ago to only 6 this past month. That's a 83.3% decrease. And we also saw the median price drop 56%, going from 3.8 million to 1,672,500. Now for our final category, which is going to be Woody Creek. Woody Creek was also slow in November with not 1 home sale taking place, and there was only 1 a year ago, which was at $5.5 million. Now that's a wrap for the housing stats here in the Roaring Fork Valley. And now as we head into the winter season for Christmas, everyone's in that holiday spirit, and we're starting to get a good dump of snow. Just about every mountain is now open, and Wishing you all a Merry Christmas if we don't get a chance to talk prior to that. And then if you have any questions about real estate here from Aspen all the way down to Glenwood Springs, my name is David Buck, and I can be reached at 808 371 3509. Mahalo.